My walkout song is Trooper, We're Here for a Good Time. And I chose it for a couple reasons. After my Contender Series, I said like, oh, I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time. And I thought of that because my coach, who unfortunately wasn't able to be there for my Contender Series fight, he's got like family and everything at home, so he wasn't able to make it out. But that was his walkout song always. And man, he's a gangster. He's the man. So I thought of that song like because of him. Then everyone started like talking about it, and now he's able to be in my corner for this fight. So it's kind of like an ode to him. And yeah, I think it's like super fitting, and I'm really jacked up for it.
Jacob Zara here with Jasmine Jasudavicius ahead of her debut at UFC 270. Jasmine, you know, you got a pretty big opportunity getting on to Dana White's Contender Series, and then you made the most of that shot. Can you tell me about the process of getting on the show in the first place, and then how you felt after you actually got the call up?
Months before Contender Series was like airing, and I was talking to my manager, and he said, we got a Contender Series opportunity, and this is your matchup. And then, you know, just went into camp, and then, you know, that's it. Nothing too exciting.
It was a pretty competitive bout. I thought you definitely dominated her in the first round, and then she had a bit more success in the second, and then ultimately it was kind of your grit and your game planning, and I think listening to your coaches that kind of got you that win. So how did it feel to kind of put that all together, get that win, and then have Dana White say you're coming up?
It felt amazing. You know, it's crazy because you put so much into it, and you're so nervous, and to actually like see it through and get a contract, it's the best thing in the world.
Let's talk about a little bit about your training. I know even before that you were doing some training out of Las Vegas out of Syndicate MMA, and I know that too with just with the lockdowns and everything too, and the rules changing, you know, sometimes by the week, that must have presented some challenges as well. So what kind of challenge did you have coming into this training camp, and who did you end up working with in advance of this fight?
The restrictions weren't too bad in Canada for this camp. Last camp, I had to come out to Vegas because it was like locked down, and it was nuts. We had to like hide to train. It was so stupid. But this time around, it was nice. The restrictions were pretty lenient. So I finally had some girl partners to train with, and obviously the guys as well. The guys that are lighter weights, but I've been fortunate enough to have like a good group for my entire camp, and it's been awesome.
Who exactly have you worked with? I know you've had some kind of fairly high level fighters, and I'm just kind of wondering what you think that bringing those kind of fighters and working with them on a day-to-day basis, how that adds to your game.
Yeah, so I have Ashley Nichols. She's a kickboxer, like, you know, I don't know how many times champion that. And then also I've been working with some of the people from House of Champions, making the trip down. It's only about like half an hour drive to me. So Diana Belbita is there, and then they've got some kickboxers there that are world champions, and then of course like I have all the wrestlers that are good. And you know, I've been fortunate to have a lot of really high level partners. This time I have my boxing coach actually that he's able to make it down to Anaheim for fight week, which is sick. He's like 10-0 pro, 10 knockouts. So I'm hoping that some of that rubbed off on me.
Let's talk about your fight then. What do you know about your opponent, and how do you see the fight on?
She's well rounded. I think it'll be a good matchup. I think it'll be a really fun fight. Both of us like to go to the ground or keep it standing. We're both like down to scrap wherever. So I think it's going to be a really good matchup.
You've had like a pretty meteoric rise through MMA here now, and now you're getting this massive shot on a huge card. It's the first pay-per-view of the year, 2 huge title fights on the card. How do you think you're going to feel in front of that big crowd under those bright lights going into the bout?
Looking forward to it. I love a big crowd. On fight week, you're nervous and everything, but as soon as you step in the cage, all those nerves go away. And yeah, no, I've been through this process, so I know that the nerves are all just part of it. And I can't wait. The bigger the crowd, the better for me.
Fantastic. We can't wait to watch you coming up on Saturday night. And I just want to say good luck. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.